So one of the hardest but easiest section is about rearranging and solving for the variable. And in this section, we're going to be moving equations around to isolate that certain variable so that it says that equals it. To do this, we're going to do the opposite operations. All right, so let's take a look at an example together. All right, in this equation, we have the distance formula where it says distance equals rate times time. And we're going to be solving for r. So currently, r is being multiplied by t, and we want to get r by itself. So right now, t is in the way. So in order to get him by himself, we're going to do the opposite operation. The opposite operation of t, multiplying, would be dividing. So we're going to divide both sides by t. In doing so, t divided by t makes the number 1. And so we are left with r equals distance divided by time. And that's it. We solved for r. R is currently by itself. All right, let's do another example together. All right, we have f equals I minus gt. All right, and I'm solving for I. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a square around the I. And I need to get him by himself. So currently, I have minus gt in the way. So to get this by itself, I'm going to do the opposite operation. The opposite of minus is plus. So I'm going to add gt to both sides. Now f cannot combine with gt, so we're going to write this whole side by itself in a line. So f plus gt equals I, and then these would cancel out to 0. So I'm done because I is by itself. A third example of doing this, I have m divided by k equals x, and I'm solving for k. Now in this scenario, k is locked in the denominator. So technically he's 1 over k, and I want to know what is just k. So my first step for this one is going to be to bring him into the numerator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by k to get him out in the open. So we're going to get m equals x times k. Now that he's in the numerator and in the surface, I can then divide by x to keep k by itself, giving me a final answer of k equals m divided by x. All right. So if you'd like to try 2 questions on your own to see if you understand this concept, go ahead and write it and pause the video. And when you unpause, I will be showing you the correct answers. Oops, sorry. In this one, you're going to solve for B. In this one, we're going to solve for V. My apologies on that. So now you can solve and pause the video. All right. We're now going to look at the answers. If you need to pause longer, feel free. All right, I need to solve for B. So the first step, I'm going to get rid of this 5. Right now he's positive, so I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. So I have negative B equals 2t minus 5. I now need to get rid of this negative, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative. So B would equal negative 2t plus 5. So all I did was I distributed this negative to the 2 different areas. All right, and then lastly, if I'm solving for V, I'm going to do a little flip-flop here. So again, in work form, we would multiply by V on both sides to get D times V equals M. And then I would divide by D on both sides. So V equals MD, which you'll notice is just a flip-flop of the 2. Hope this helps.